Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for the Italian Grand Prix. Before we go into it, why the head down below, like and subscribe. It does help out a lot. And let's go right into it. So here I am out for my flying lap around the Autodromo di Monza. I'm pretty sure that's what the full name of this track is called. Of course, Monza, the Temple of Speed. Just a really fun track to drive. Flat out for, I think it's about 80% of the track, I'm pretty sure, or something like that, of the lap. So yes, straight line speed on this track is crucial. Luckily we do of course have the Mercedes engine, which is the best in this game. We don't have the best like drag reduction and aero just parts. There's still a couple to improve, so we're not going to be the fastest we can be in a straight line. And of course weight reduction, all of that stuff comes into play as well, which I'm pretty sure we got some weight reduction a couple races ago, but I don't think it's like the ultimate one, so we're definitely not going to be the fastest we can be in a straight line. If we come back to this in a season 2, maybe probably three seasons from now, we're going to probably be like at the fastest in a straight line for this track. So I guess we can just see what we can do right now, as I am 4/10ths up out of the parabolic over here across the line, and it's actually only P16. I actually thought that would go closer towards maybe P12, P13 or something like that, but I guess not. But Lewis takes pole from Bottas, Verstappen in 3rd place in the Red Bull. But I guess let's see what we can do during the race, maybe fight for some points. I guess let's take a look.
Welcome back to one of only 2 countries that has held a race every year since the very first Formula 1 World Championship in 1950. It is, of course, Italy, one of the great racing nations. And it's time to get underway for the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds up to 215 miles per hour and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Vettel and Yuki Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Russell, Red and Latifi, Joe, Mick Schumacher, Christian Lundgaard and Louis Delatraz. Stroll, Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty. Gasly and Nikita Mazepin. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So here we are lined up actually in P13, as a couple of people get some penalties. So we move up to P13 at Monza. It's lights out and away we go. And I definitely have been getting better at the starts since last race at the Dutch Grand Prix. Not losing as much time as I normally would as we barrel down towards Turn 1. A place where you can either wreck your car or make up quite a lot of places, and in this case we are up into P11, just behind the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz and just ahead of the Alfa Romeo of George Russell over here. From P13 to P11, or from P16 in quali to P13 on the grid to P10 in the race, as we blast past the Ferrari and up into P10, up into the points. That's really what we need, just to get up to P10 really early. As you can see, my lap 3 DRS activated. The people behind me fighting 3 seconds away from Tsunoda Sainz actually had to pit for some damage that he got fighting with Russell, who has also fallen back. I think some light damage for him. We are kind of losing time to the cars ahead as well. 1.8 seconds, moving on to lap 7, nearly 4 seconds, over 4 seconds now. And George Russell behind us has caught up. They have stopped fighting behind us. They aren't fighting ahead of us. I really wanted to catch the cars ahead to get into that DRS straight. That would have really helped me stay ahead of Russell and Ocon and everyone behind me, but that was just not the case. We were just not fast enough. If you just lose the slipstream, you just lose so much time afterwards. As you can see, already down another 2/10 as people start pitting in on lap 7 of this race as we move towards lap 8 and up to P6 as George Russell is still behind us, catching up, but we move down towards the proper racing line as onto further along onto lap 8, closing in on lap 9. George Russell gets past us into the parabolic over here as we go towards, we aren't boxing yet, Russell is in, Stroll is in, Gasly is still out. We are boxing in on this lap, so we need to stay ahead of Gasly to kind of stay ahead of him after the pit stop as well. That is definitely going to be quite crucial as our teammate is in the pits. We move up to P3. It's the highest we've been in quite some time. Of course, we still need to pit 30% on the tyres, so we are losing some time over here. As you can see, Gasly in the slipstream gets past us, in front of us, but we are later on the brakes into over here and get stay ahead in P3. Gasly loses some time as he had to stay off throttle, not to go into me or get off track. So we stay ahead, and later on lap 9, there's some yellow flags behind us. There's some more yellow flags behind us, and there's a full-on safety car as Max Verstappen is out of this race, and this is what has happened to him. The McLaren over here was fighting the Mercedes, it looks like, yes. Got offline, had to brake, and Max Verstappen went straight to the back. I'm pretty sure that was Daniel Ricciardo on Valtteri Bottas over there. And here we can see the fight from the Haas's point of view. Max Verstappen just goes straight into the McLaren, didn't even brake at all. And here we can see us getting lucky. We are getting lucky. I'm not pretty sure about it. I'm certain that we have got lucky over here. We are able to pit under the safety car, so we're going to lose so much less time than if we were to pit normally. So normally we would have gone out, I'm pretty sure it's around P13 or something around that, maybe even P15. But like that, we are actually up to P9, so that is really good for us. Good for us if we want to earn some points this race, as on lap 10 we catch up to the safety car over here. As you can see, behind Vettel in P8 and the Aston Martin. Ahead is the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. As on lap 11 the safety car is coming in. We need to get ready to get a good start and maybe get past Sebastian Vettel straight away, or at least stay ahead of Pierre Gasly as we go faster than Vettel, already side by side with the Aston Martin, fighting for the slipstream of the Red Bull engine, the cars ahead. I kind of tried to squeeze Vettel out and it's working as we dive down the inside of turn 1, go around. We are making contact, we have floor damage, side pod damage, nearly squeezing Vettel off. That was because I just couldn't turn in because there was a car on my inside as well, so I had to follow my line. Up to P7, Vettel ahead in P6, but we have floor damage. Is this going to affect us at all? We are just so much slower over here, and we actually run over the curbs over there. We have even more, some orange, mostly orange, dark yellow damage to the underfloor, the whatever you want to call it, the underfloor of the car, and it's really bad. We are just losing so much time around every single corner. As we move on to lap 13, we are fighting for P7 over here with Gasly and Sergio Perez in the Red Bull and AlphaTauri. Are we going to be able to do anything? We drop back 2 places, we dive down the inside, get up to P7 once again, but we still have 98% of the lap to go. Are we going to be able to hold off these 2 faster cars off behind us, or are even more cars behind us going to overtake us for these spots. I really want these points as we dive down the inside of Gasly. Ride the curb over there, nearly lose the car over there. That's what happens when you have damage to the underfloor and the side pods. It's just so loose. I felt it going on throttle over there, just nearly losing it every single time. It just felt completely off to what it was before. The second to last long straight over here. Defending from Gasly, have to go left so Perez doesn't get past us. Later on the brakes than Gasly. This is just absolutely magical stuff over there. Gasly has to get on the power a little bit later to actually make that corner over there. We've only got the parabolica left. 3 tenths to Gasly. Is he going to be able to make it in this as Lando Norris wins? We are coming across the line. Is it going to be enough? 2 tenths, 1.5 tenths. We manage to get the P7. Loads of points. Might have gotten damaged. Might have not been the fairest of race, but I was really desperate to get some points again. And the P7 definitely will help us in the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship.
There it is then, victory in the Italian Grand Prix. An historic race and an achievement they can be immensely proud of. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track.
So there we go, Lando takes the win from Bottas and Hamilton. McLaren definitely have turned up the race pace, maybe not the fastest in qualifying, but they definitely have stepped up their game in the race. P7 for us, 6 points, really good stuff for us. We stay in P9 in the driver standings, slightly moved towards Carlos Sainz and the Ferrari ahead of us. 11 points separate us for that position. In the constructor standings, we close up AlphaTauri, only 3 points separate us. For P6 over there, I guess we are going to see what we can do in the remaining race. But for now, that is going to be so. If you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.